JM Race Engines is a new business in north central Missouri that have you covered from top to bottom for all your engine needs. Purpose-built engines with the correct amount of clearance will get you to the end of any show, whether it's your local shows or on the national level, where you can't be let down by your equipment. With top-level professional machine work to all engines, your choice of build is totally up to you. JM Race Engines will give you the confidence to push your equipment to the max while giving you your preferred horsepower to boot. From LS builds all the way to your exotic level small blocks that your imagination can only dream of, they have you covered.
But it doesn't stop there. They are also a speed shop that carries a variety of heads, carburetors, intakes, plug wires, helmets, and other safety equipment, and the best VP fuel on the market today to take you to the top. So if you're wanting mild build to wild build, let JM Race Engines help take you there. Ladies and gentlemen, Hard Nosed Derby Podcast.
I think we need to stay off Facebook.
Oh, shit. Okay, let's dive into it. Salisbury Team Show.
Salisbury, Missouri, May 17th.
When this shit drops, we'll be like 2 days away.
Yes, sir. 3-man compacts, 2-man stock. Teams are pretty spicy.
Yeah.
We've talked with
Jeremy
Baker and Lane.
Called out Jay Creed.
And George Turpin right off the rip. To my knowledge, still, that is the only call out that has actually been made. Am I correct in that statement?
That's all I've seen.
You haven't seen any?
No.
Which I hadn't even saw that one until you told me, and I was like, well, holy shit, I didn't never even see it.
Well, and this will be the first time I've ever been in a minivan, but they're going to shit when I'm nose out in this caravan all night.
I'm telling you, we need to sedagging that bitch this week.
I ain't got to worry about it. The front end's capped.
Still need to sedagging it.
Don't have to. I'm not going to use the back of it.
Defense.
It's just there for a look.
Till some poor bastard pillar parks you until one side touches the other.
I've got this 1/2-inch
T1
Amish pointing hanging off the front of this caravan.
looking like some Cody Myers shit. Oh, god damn.
And you know how everybody always noses their gut and go to the dirt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm backing that bitch in.
Oh, yeah.
Backing it in. Which, where are you going? That way.
Yeah.
Dudes, the teams that are signed up for that.
Hold on, before you go into that, it was crazy and ridiculous getting this Lumina stub underneath this caravan. Because it didn't say you couldn't do it in the rules.
Make me swallow my fucking chewing tobacco.
And you know me, like I've got some experience with a K member. I just took my Mopar knowledge
and just tied it in.
Yeah, and I keep saying Lumina stub. It's really an imp stub.
Shit's getting so deep in here right now. I apologize, guys. Because I'm telling you right now, if you any of y'all out there think this fool is going to be in a fucking minivan, y'all smoking your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, and it was really hard getting that small block Chevy mounted in there sideways.
Some like El Dorado action.
Well, they've got them Impalas, some LS's in them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're set the wrong way.
Impala SS's. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're so full of shit.
Yeah. Maybe. Hell, I don't even know if I'm going to be there with this one.
Well, are you going to be there? I got asked today, are you going? I said, yes, I'm going. What about Steven? Can't answer for that fool.
Well, dude, we know how my schedule works. I'm just happy to be home.
Today.
Yeah. Oh, so, yes. Stacked teams. Hope they all show up. make for a good show.
Tyler Pickens.
Yeah.
He's actually doing 3. According to him, he's running stock car, he's running his mod compact on the team, and he's running the gut and go as well. At least that's what his Ashless Chat video kind of
If he doesn't
portrayed
wear those pants,
as Wild Derbian.
he doesn't have hair on his balls.
You ain't got no balls, Tyler. None.
Which we know he has hair on his ass.
That he does. Thank
Hell,
God we just
Jeremy
couldn't see
Baker
the
even
crack.
got.
Push-ups.
Yeah.
Jeremy's getting down with some push-ups.
You think that scared Jake off?
Probably not. Probably not. So just kind of hit off the teams a little bit. You got Jeremy and Lane Baker. You've got Jay Creed, Twisted T himself, George Turpin.
Fisher.
Got Dino and his teammate. You've got Tyler Pickens and his teammate. You have Eric Reed and his teammate. We kind of questioned that, I think, what was it, a month or so ago? Trying to pump out 3 or 4 old irons for a team show out of one shop is super hard to do, So I think I got a little something earlier today, and I think there's some Fords in there.
Yeah.
So maybe I figured they'd rather throw away $800 than $2,800.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A little bit simpler
Yes.
for them guys.
Well, that's what we were talking. We've talked several times what my choice on these bigger shows is usually. Well, until I get an old iron figured out, or I've got somebody that's going to babysit me through one of these builds.
Yep.
I'm probably not going to take the cleanest old iron I've got to one of these.
You're correct.
I'll throw a 9802 in there. M-body Mopar. Stuff that I've...
We talked about the 9802 stuff. I mean, because if you're ever at a big show, especially a multi-day show, parts are pretty much ready, available. One of your homies is going to have an extra spindle, lower control arm. If you don't,
Well, dude,
frame horns.
What were we talking about the other day whenever I was talking about going to a big show? I said I'm probably going to take a 9802.
Yes.
Because I've got a stub sitting out back, and I've got 3 more of those cars. Well, if I can't buy, some lowers or spindles or whatever, what's it going to take me? I can spend half a day out there, and I can pull all the parts off that I need to take with me.
Yep. All of them. Fucking extra seat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I told you whenever I went to Bristol, I look like Sanford and Sons going down there. Well, if I go to this other team show, I'm probably going to look the same way.
Because here's the deal. Yeah, you might run twice, or you might run 3 times.
Yeah.
So what you're willing to drag out, that's one thing. Which me and you have talked. We need to go over some rules and see if there's some playability up in them bitches.
And then, like, my pit man went and fucked me over this year.
And we got his old lady pregnant.
Yeah.
We try to talk guys out of that shit.
I told him. I was like, man. Because everybody was like, oh, man, I wonder what he hopes it is. I said, black. And I got a bunch of dirty looks. And I was just playing.
He just come out bruised. That was it, guys. It was fine. He's just bruised.
But, yeah. So, I'm going to have to rustle up somebody that's willing to lose a weekend.
Losing it. Lose almost, half a week. Roughly. Oh, my.
Yeah.
I told you I'll have a few extra days left.
Right.
So I will take that. I might not go out on like Tuesday, but maybe I'll book up on late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning.
The only shitty part about like this one is I can't have my mindset as I did at Bristol.
Oh, no.
Because there's a little bit more riding on this one.
There's more riding on it. Roughly, just more people to let down.
Right.
There's that difference. So it's not really 10 to 12 G's. I mean, you know,
Right.
there is $2,000 difference. That's $500 a teammate difference. Yes,
Right.
but it's just that 3 other dudes to let down instead of just one.
Right.
You don't want to do that.
Right.
So I'm guessing within about 2 weeks, need to get a damn Ford in the shop.
Yeah. And I've got 2 that I need to look at. One of them super clean. We got to get it in there and get it up off the ground to see what's going on with it. See if it was just lower control or because that car is
It's clean.
ridiculous clean.
Yeah. It's one of them good ones there, Paul.
Oh yeah. So we'll get that in, and I'm gonna have to start building on it now, even though it is stock.
Mm-hmm.
But we know how my sketty gets.
That's why I figured if you could take a day when you get home, go out there and fuck with it for 3 or 4 hours. If you do that every week for 6 months, if that's what's got to take. That's what you got to do. So, we jumped way off subject.
Yeah, sorry.
Potts Park, Salisbury, Missouri,
Yep.
May 17th. Show time officials. 2-man stock. You can go right on their Facebook page. You can see the team list.
And Huff is going to kick me in the dick. He's been wanting to get on here. I never know where I'm going to be at, so it's really, really hard to schedule that.
So what you got to do is really, being I'm the only fool around home most of the time, did you tell him like 95% of the time I'm kind of the one scheduling, and if I don't know about it,
I was like,
I'll
hey
tell
man,
him?
we're going to try it. We're going to try it. And he's like, you're hurting my feelings. And I was like, dude, it's not on purpose. Like, it's so hard to pinpoint down when we're going to do the podcast.
Yes, it could be Thursday night because you might get rained out.
Yeah.
It could be Friday night. It could be
Yes.
Saturday morning. Oh shit, Saturday night, Sunday morning. Oh, I got rained out. I ain't got to go into work till Tuesday, so let's do it Monday.
Yeah.
People don't realize that part. And then, say this week,
Well, see, we
Thought
were
we
working
had-
around your schedule.
yeah. And then this weekend is graduation for the boys, old lady and shit. And
You were cooking
and then our guest that we thought we had lined up, he couldn't make it. So we have to adjust on the fly. See, we kind of know what we're doing a little bit.
kind of sometimes.
I'm not saying all of it, but
No.
some of it.
But
Dude,
like I said, no disrespect there. Just,
we're going to be up in Salisbury. We're going to be watching, at least.
Yes.
We're going to be watching
Yep.
that shit.
we may have some merchandise.
Possibility.
So,
Possibility. Might make a Facebook post or something this week to see if we can catch any feelers. Because
I have a feeling we might as well just get ready to start shipping that shit.
I don't want to haul that shit all the way if we ain't got to. If nobody wants our stuff. Because I'm positive, I think we can sell it all at Border Wars.
Yeah. Well, and if not, I'll make a patch quilt out of it. That's another hobby of mine. I think this is just going to be the episode where I lie the whole time.
Patch quilting. You can't spell patch quilting.
F-O Sachi.
Fosachi.
Okay. But yes, I think it's going to be a good one. We've talked and talked and talked. The summer of a team show.
Yes. Everywhere.
Yeah, if you want to be on a team and run a team show, this is the year to do it.
Because I've already seen Facebook posts, people looking for teammates
For Blizzard Bash.
for Blizzard Bash in November.
Which, hey, since you said that,
Which
how
changed.
in the fiddle fuck did they get double booked?
I don't know, because talking to Logan for Reckless Promotions, they did the same thing. Buffalo County Fairgrounds
Yeah.
did that, and he didn't know till 6 months later, and it was like, oh no, we've got wrestling that weekend. So, boy, sure would have been nice if you'd have fucking told me something.
Well, shit, we'll have to wrestle for it. But it's just wild to me that something that big that comes to that venue got overlooked.
Correct.
And, I'm not saying anything against
Anybody.
Smash It
No.
or whatever. That could have been a new person that took over that position. You know, there's all kinds of variables there.
There could be emails dropped through the cracks.
It just sucks.
Little Hillary action.
Whenever stuff like that happens.
Oh, yeah.
Which I seen pretty positive feedback about it being moved.
Some of it was positive. Some of it I've seen was negative.
Jesus.
No, just for the simple fact, which we've talked about it before.
Vacation.
Missouri deer season had moved.
Right.
Now they are going on the same week again when they were actually split. I don't really give two shits about deer hunting anymore.
You know,
but
I'm all over the place this evening. But I was looking at your shirt that you got on, Filthy Promotions. I just happened to share a memory.
Yep.
And, you know, every once in a while I'm like, man, I'm thinking about putting on a show. I shared that. And motherfuck if it wasn't 3 hours later, somebody on there talking shit.
Oh, yeah. Something about owing people trophies.
Yes, I did. Fuck, I've owned up to it. Motherfuck me. If they still want the fucking trophy, call me. And I'll try to build the fucking thing myself. I'll whittle the motherfucker out of a tree.
You all got paid. You got paid out. You got paid.
And it wasn't like I didn't try to get the fucking trophies.
Correct.
It'd be different if I just went rogue and was like, you know what, fuck them guys. Fuck those stand-up guys.
Yep.
You know, that were like, yes, let that guy, he's farther from home, let him have the trophy.
I bet you they didn't bitch when that $1,000 check didn't bounce.
Well, son of a bitch, man. We were paying out more and, I mean, making sure that we were. And they're going to fault me. One show that I had 180 fucking cars at.
What did we say? Demolition Derby drivers have the shortest memory span unless they don't want to.
And evidently that motherfucker did not. But I didn't put on there that cocksucker stiffed me on a cup that also started another fucking feud.
Correct.
And you see him whenever I called, or whenever I said something, he backed up a little bit. Fuck that. Stand on it.
Yep. I've always said
because I'll stand on my side.
Own it. Own that shit.
I mean, it caused that whole him standing me up on a fucking cup cost a friendship.
Oh yeah,
and some other shit. But nobody ever outs that. I mean, I will now.
No, but
he can suck the backside of my dick.
You didn't get my trophy, but I got that check.
Yeah. Who else does that? No, motherfuckers. There's 40 of you sons of bitches or 50 of you sons of bitches. You're running heats.
Yep.
No, not me. Not me.
You're gonna run 2 features.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna make you junk your own shit in the heat.
No.
No.
And I'm gonna pay it out.
Yep.
Same fucking prize money.
Yep. Split times 2.
Okay, that's rants over.
Tangent done. And fuck no, you're not. No.
Absolutely
no
not.
more derbies. No.
No, that right there was enough for me.
Yeah.
That was enough for me.
That's the thing.
I just want him to know that he
It's been 2 years and you're still butthurt over a fucking trophy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, the dude ran like 3 of my fucking shows.
Yeah, not very many.
Like sucked the backside of it.
The whole part. So, back to Salisbury.
Yes.
I think it's going to get turned.
I do too. I know that the first heat is going to get wild.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
How funny would it be if they went out there and just broke off? All 4 of them same time.
Oh. I don't know how that would actually work. I wouldn't want to be in the official shoes.
Right. Here's the scenario for you. This is what I like to play out. I sit around at my hotel room at night and think about this shit. Because I've had these you know, we've done this shit on the fly before. How cool would it be if they end up with an even amount of teams to do, you know, 1v1, you know, where they don't end up with somebody with a bye
10
or
heats,
a 3-person.
Straight up 10 heats.
Okay, how badass would it be if, like last year, whenever we saw this happen, you know, there was a couple heats where these drivers were just going ballistic.
Deep. They were burying shit deep.
Wide open, off the rip. And they did this for 10 minutes straight. How cool would it be? Shut that bitch down. Both of y'all are going. All 4 of you.
So you're talking straight up 2 teams, mad dog, and just fucking wide open, getting it on.
Verdon
and Hobbs.
Yep. And who'd they run against?
Schaefer and Grant. Bowling
Yes.
Last year.
Right there.
Yeah. They hurt. All their shit was hurting.
Yeah.
One team more than the other team.
100%.
But that should have been. What you're saying is, hey, whoa, stop this bitch.
Stop.
Go in there, fix your shit.
Because
you're
they never
both going
slowed
to the
down.
future. No, never
Not
stopped.
once.
No, pork chop. G-Rob's heat.
Yes.
Same fucking way. They took on Cody Brown and Jordan Wood.
Yeah.
Wide open.
Yes.
All fucking 4 of them.
Uh-huh.
So how does that play out?
But you see what I'm saying? It would be just like pulling multiple Mad Dogs from one heat.
River City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
If you're going to mad dog it, you're going to get fucking paid for it.
Yeah.
Not paid out for it,
Right.
but you're at least going to be rewarded for it. I'm all about that shit. I've told you, when we did
Or,
Mother's...
you don't even have to pull them from the heat. Like, let all the heats run. And then instead, like, there was that one heat that was just ridiculous, go back there. You all don't have to go to the concert. You get to go to the feature.
Yep. Yeah.
Because I seen 2 teams last year at this show way worthy of that. Like, if it would have been my show, I would have talked about it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would have talked about it in the driver's meeting.
Shit, my bad, because I'm sorry. It wasn't G-Rob and Chop versus Jordan and Cody. It was against Friels and Green.
There you go. Yeah.
That was fucking fast.
Yeah.
Fast. Like, scooped up, knocked every bit of suspension out of it. Fast.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm getting at.
I'm cool with that. I say let's put his ass on the spot. Hey, Huff.
Yeah. See, I wish we could have got him on.
Hey, Huff. Make that shit happen, dude.
He's going to be like, I'm not listening to y'all. Podcast.
I'll bring it up Saturday. I'll bring it up next Saturday in the driver's meeting, motherfuckers. Daddy didn't raise no bitch.
But yes.
But if you can't be there, dudes, I mean, pay attention. I'm sure maybe Derbies of the Show Me State might be there doing some live stuff. That's what they do. And no, they're not sponsors for us.
No.
Or anything like that. And we're not sponsors for them. But it's called joint support.
100%, dude, because we do this shit for the betterment of the sport. Speaking of which, watching RCR. Pretty cool seeing Hard Nosed Derby podcast come across there.
It's still pretty fucking surreal.
Special thanks. Hard Nosed Derby podcast.
Along with Gray Area and NLR and
All for him.
Brian's Machine, all of it, yeah.
It's so badass.
Yes.
I mean, it's cool whenever you're watching All for Hims and you're watching that and then, all of a sudden,
Hold on. Who's them ugly bastards?
Right there in the corner. The support that we get is really badass.
It is.
Cody Pete.
That's, dude, I thought I had some big ass stickers.
No,
that's
you don't.
the biggest son of a bitch I've ever seen.
Did he tell you the story?
Yes.
He sent,
it's like the size of a door wrap.
Yeah,
really.
But he sent the dimensions of what he had to work with to Broadhead, and Broadhead did Broadhead stuff.
Broadhead is like 29 by 42, 28 and 3/4 by 41 and 7/8.
You know, I heard some chatter. It's been probably 3 years ago, whenever we first started messing with Justin.
Mm-hmm.
There were some people that were like, oh, yes, he's good and his stuff's quick, but it's a little pixelated. Go look at Cody Pete's hood.
Yeah.
My picture on that hood looks better than me. I'm like, what's this bullshit?
It looks to the exact of the caricatures that Tanya had drawn up. And they were no bigger than a notebook paper. I'm going to say half the size of a notebook paper.
And they're blown up on this hood. So not only is he growing with this sport, but he's putting his money where it needs to go.
Yep.
And I don't know if anybody has looked, but you might get on Triple B's Tees and look at them specials, boy. Dude, they're throwing the kitchen sink at this shit.
Yes. And it's on tiers.
Yeah,
spend
dude,
X amount, you get this. Spend X amount, you get this.
I'm almost positive if you spend like 2 G's with him, like, I don't know that you don't get one of his kids.
What is cool is because he gave us, shoots me some pictures and texts and stuff like that. And people just think, oh, they're just sponsors. No, people don't realize. Yes, like we text, we Snapchat, we
I
do all
talk to
sorts
Justin
of shit.
all the time.
All the time.
Talk to Chunk a lot.
Yeah. So Chunk shows me this big ass open spot, and I was like, hold on. When I was there last September, it was like that's where he's building his cars next to his lean-to. Next thing I know, everything's out. No cars are in the way. Canopy's gone. Oof. And smooth rock. And I was like, what you got going on? He's like, grand opening.
Now he's got an orifice.
And then he shows me the next picture of it dropping the next day. And I was like, yes.
So what has been cool as shit about this is everybody knows we've made no beef about always kind of a fan of the newcomer or the underdog or whatever, because I feel like we are those people. Mm-hmm. You know, we always have been.
Yeah.
So we kind of gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
And the growth that we've watched with these guys is just insane.
We've got more on our plate. We have a lot on our plate. Let's put it that way. But something that is coming up next month, Lima, Ohio, Demo 2. Some little blonde girl was your said teammate at Demo 1, Bristol. Had the unfortunate events. That dumb shit.
Yes.
She felt bad. She still fucking feels bad.
Yeah, let's give her a chance to explain.
See what's up?
Yeah.
Cool. Be right back.
Since Justin has been on board with us at Hard Nose, we have figured out how much Broadhead Decals means to the sport of demolition derby. His great quality parts are seen from coast to coast and everywhere in between.
But he can do more than just derby products. Your everyday business may need some pep in its step with new banners or stickers. And just give him an idea and let him run with it. Whether it's business related or just want to look badass in the winner circle, let Broadhead Decals work for you.
We do. Triple B's Tees offer custom shirts and logo designs for all your apparel and merchandise needs, offering a variety of shirts, hats, hoodies, tumblers, and koozies. Triple B's will work with you one-on-one to personalize and perfect your logo. With over 5 years in the business, 20 years in the sport, they live for Demolition Derby.
Chunk and his crew can bring your imagination to realization with zero limitations. So for all your badass tees, choose Triple B's. So we just make a call.
Yeah.
How about Dirty Girl Racing, number 22. Tee Krieter, what's up, girl?
What's up? How's it going?
Good. Well, we were talking about Demo 2.
Okay.
You and your dad building. Dad talking about retiring after this. Let's jump into it. What class you running?
Okay, so I will be running, and my dad will be running the old school wire class. So it's 9 wire, basically. You can't weld the doors. It's pretty easy build. I'm running a 2006 Crown Vic, and my dad is running an old 78 New Yorker. He likes the old Chryslers.
Hold on, did you just say you was running an 06 Vic?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
You don't plan on driving it backwards, do you?
Yeah.
You lie so bad.
Yeah.
Those are not made to drive backwards. Just cut the trunk off of them.
Well, I just want to protect my steering, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm just a little nervous, but that's what I had, so I had to go with what I had.
Well, the last time we actually talked to you, which feels like moons ago, you even said 03s. You've tried those out. They are really, really hard, but have their issues. And you just pretty much reiterated the exact same thing that you said a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I know. I really like building them, though. They're really easy. I don't know. I kind of like building them a lot better than other cars. That car we took the demo on, I'll never build one of those again in my whole life.
I tried to tell you this whenever we were doing that.
That was terrible. I was not confident with that car at all. I'm just looking at it right now like, bitch. Because why did she do that?
But hold on, but now you can take that somewhere else, your local show.
Cut that thing in half and throw that piece of shit in the scrap bin.
No, junk it first and then use that shit for a scrap box.
I'm definitely going to junk it. Probably if there's anything left of my Crown Vic, I'm going to take it to the Porter County Fair, but I don't plan on anything being out. So after Demo 2, my county fair is like a couple weeks later, so I have to take the motor and trans and put it back in the Bristol car so I can run that at the fair.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Well, speaking...
And I have to build 3 figure-8 cars on top of that. So I'm going to be, going crazy here in the next few weeks after Demo 2. Well, no, Demo 2, and I'll have, a 2-day break, and then I'll go into building again.
Hold on now. Didn't something happen at Bristol while you guys were down there? Maybe it was a little bit unexpected. So don't you have a little somebody you need to answer to and just spending all the time in the shop anymore?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's talk about your social media presence.
Okay.
Since Demo 1.
Okay. Okay. So social media helped me out a lot since Demo 1. And my camera lady, I can't take all the credit for the social media because I wouldn't be able to do anything without my film lady. She taught me how to make a sponsorship flyer. And it went so well. I sold out all the spots on my sponsorship flyer and then some. So social media helped doing that, and also my badass flyer.
With TikTok, we've noticed that you've been doing a lot more live stuff. Have you been getting the feedback that you were hoping on that, or is it kind of a 50-50 mix?
I like going live because I get money to work on my derby car, which is cool. But I don't like going live because normal people who don't do demolition derby will get on there and be like, that's not how you do that. They don't understand what I'm doing, so they're just idiots. But the people that like derby, they get on there and they know what's up. So I like talking to the people at derby, but on TikTok you get everyone from the automotive world, and it's hard to explain what you're doing because they think it's the wrong way. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
How do stuff a little different. People just aren't understanding. I just, and it's you gotta repeat yourself over and over again. This is a derby car.
Well, how does it feel to be such a badass in the sport of demolition derby now?
Especially on the influencer side of things.
It feels great. I've been doing the social media stuff. I've been trying to do that, the derby content since 2010. So I'm gonna literally say this right now. I think that I was one of the first people to do derby content because I started doing it when I was 16 years old. So definitely.
God damn, you make me feel old.
I know.
Well, it's not just you that makes him feel old. He is old.
Yeah, I was doing that I feel like I was one of the first people to do it. So finally it's risen up and I get money off of it. And I didn't even have to pay, everything on my car was paid for this year, and that's fire.
Well, let's run down a little bit of that sponsor stuff that you got.
Okay, so I got a bunch of stuff from Pimp Products. This dude hit me up. He was at Demo 1. He's a really nice guy, and he brought me a bunch of stuff that they fabricated at his shop. And then I got McDonald's. I've been trying to get McDonald's for years. That's my favorite restaurant. And I am going to take a video of me eating a Big Mac by the sticker. Like, 'cause that's my favorite. Actually, a quarter, but yeah. And then I got...
So Pimp Products, like, they hooked you up. I seen the rundown of what they got you, and, I mean, they literally, it looks like Pimp Products exploded in the bolt-in department.
Yeah, he got me. I'll list what he got. Okay, so he gave me a rear bumper, a front bumper, a shifter, a gas tank, a pedal setup, a battery box. He gave me these things that go on the back of the heads to protect them. He gave me this distributor protector. It's not like one that you would think of. It's just like a little mount that goes over it. So that was kind of funny because that was almost a little bit of my problem at Demo 1. And then he gave me, what else did he give me? Oh, a door skin and a radiator protector. So, yeah, I got Pimp Products.
Holy shit.
So Pimp Products pimped your ride.
Pimp Products pimped my ride. And
We might end up having to pay X to the Z over that, but...
Like, that was a lot altogether. Like, first it was just a bumper, and then he's like, no, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you this. And I'm like, and then I'm trying to pay him, because I'm like, that's a lot of stuff, are you crazy? But he just did it, so he must, see something in me, so I appreciate that.
Shit, Pimp Products.
Hey,
holler
hard
at your boy.
Yeah, we need some raffle shit.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He would do, like, he just does a lot for a lot of people. I'm not the only one he does stuff for. I know he's done stuff for Melanie Reed. I sent Callie to him today, Callie Ann, to get a gas tank. So I'm sending people to him also. So, yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Demo 1.
You brought it up. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but you did it.
I'll talk about it.
Are you still sick?
Yeah, I'll be sick the rest of my life. That was the worst feeling of my life. That was terrible. Actually, I've had worse moments, but that was one of the worst. I'll never forget that.
Well, it makes a big difference when somebody else is relying on you as well, instead of just vice versa.
Yeah, it was like...
In her defense, the person that was dependent on her wasn't the most solid teammate anyway. So, like...
He was definitely a solid teammate. I am so thankful I met Steven. That was so fun. That was fun.
Don't think there wasn't some sketchy shit on the way down there. No.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That whole build was wild. But
yeah.
You and I have talked, T, that I feel like the bad luck that you did have at Bristol really kind of got you over that what if stage whenever it comes to these big shows. Like, you literally went out there and had worst case scenario luck.
I know.
So, I mean, the next one will be better.
Because it was first big show.
Yep.
And first team show.
Right.
And it was all in one. And it was a long ways away. And I'm sure it was just something stupid overlooked, and then bam.
Well, as Derek and I have talked, T, you were victim of circumstance whenever it comes to Bristol. That format change that happened down there, really, you were the one that was affected by it. Had they have stuck to the original format, whenever that heat was over, we would have come back, we would have figured out that your distributor was loose. Mm-hmm. We could have fixed it, and we would have ran our next heat. So, honestly, they're having to change their format on the fly. It cost you the opportunity, in my opinion.
Yeah, it did, but I'm not going to say that I wasn't for switching the format either, and that's where I kicked myself, because remember we all took a vote, and I was like, yeah, go ahead, because that's what I'm used to running anyway. I don't want to run a heat and then a feature, like, that sucks. But now, looking back at it, you're correct, I am a victim of
circumstance, yeah.
Yeah, the circumstances. So,
but again, like you said, we all talked, and we talked with the other drivers, and I mean, hell, we had probably one of the biggest, like, class huddles, is what I would call it. to talk this over because everybody in our class was super solid. As far as whenever, going through and talking about all this stuff and everything, I mean, everybody was pretty much open to discussion. So, yes, I agree. It was 100% because I was all for it. I was hungover and did not want to work on a car.
Yeah, it was just kind of, you're sick of it. So it's like, you get sick of it. I'm like, oh my God, so much work.
But it was badass. Like, T brought an awesome crew. That was insane.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yes, her welder is still a savior to this day.
Yeah, he's got a broken knee right now, and I'm pissed because he couldn't weld my cage. I'm like, what the frick? I wanted him to weld my cage so bad, and now I weld it, and I got like thick welds. I'm a thick welder. I don't know why, but I just am, and so, but it's holding up. But I wish I had bread.
Well, see, you need to make some kind of harness to put him in on that skid loader, and you could have like dropped him in the car.
But then I was thinking, at least his arms still work because I need some 9-wiring done. Because I hate 9-wiring.
Oh, you and me both. We went through this deal, which you all had that badass tool for twisting 9-wire.
For your 9-wire, mine's too thick, so it wants to get caught up. So we have to think of a different.
Well, that's because I was not using 9-wire. Because I hate that shit.
Some kind of cow stuff or something from your farm. I don't know what that was. Isn't that like what you patch the fences for? Or something?
Like some 6 wires?
Yeah.
It was 6 is what it was. I double braided 6, and then you can twist that shit. And I didn't have not one piece of 6-wire braid.
And then what's that tool you keep on your belt? Most people. Yeah, what do you keep?
My plier pouch and stuff?
Yes.
Oh,
that is such a farmer thing to do. Like, most people keep, like, a knife or a little flashlight. Like, that's what I keep in my pocket. And, like, you keep literal pliers.
Yeah, you can cut 9-wire with that shit. Yeah. You can twist somebody's nipple off.
Yeah.
You can latch on somebody's lip and just drag.
My pliers? Let me just pull pliers out of my pocket real quick.
So you were talking about your dad building some Mopar stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody that listens is on TikTok, but if they are, you need to go check out Tee's TikTok page, and especially if you like Mopars, because her dad's is one of the cleanest 78s that I've seen.
Yeah, it's a nice car. I like Chrysler.
And they drove it in the shop.
T, you don't know this, but Steven called me just a while back, and he's like, hey, this is what they're taking to demo too. I was like, all right. He was like, dude, this Chrysler is so clean, I am pissed that they're even going to junk it.
Oh my God. It's got like a couch for a seat.
Oh, I
know. I'm like jealous of the seat alone.
Well, Derek doesn't know it. I haven't told him yet. But T, tell everybody what motor your dad's running in that.
He's running the stock big block Chrysler. He loves them. He said that he used to run them back in the day.
Stock 440?
Yeah.
I mean,
I've seen them work.
Dude, go to Utah.
Yeah, I'll say go to Utah.
Why?
Every other car still got the 440s on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it still ran and drive when we got it. I was like, what motor are you putting in it? He's like, I'm leaving the motor in it. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I'm leaving the motor in it. And I'm like, okay. He's running the stock. He's running everything stock besides the drive shaft. So, yeah.
T called me in typical T fashion and was like, where do we find a shifter for a Mopar? Yeah. And I said, I'm in Kansas. I'm in Wichita right now, but hold on. And I called Cy, told him to go get mine, put it in a box.
Ship it.
And ship it. And she texted me the other day.
Got it!
Mission complete.
Mission complete, yeah, because we do have one Chrysler shifter, but it wanted, like, if we were to use it, we would have to cut the whole floorboard open. So, like, yours isn't like that. Yours worked. So no, I appreciate you.
Mine bolts to the rear tail.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. He got it in. I believe he got it in, and it's all good to go. He was beating me on his build for a minute there, but today I just went to town today, so I'm beating him now.
So that's what we want to talk about now. Let's dig into this 03 and up.
All right.
Tell us about it. I mean, you don't have to get down to the nitty gritty, but let's talk about it. How's the build going? Any tricks that you can share with the children?
Okay, well, I don't share tricks, but I will tell you about the build. I have, it's a P71 cop car, which I always wanted to run a cop car. I love them. And,
No paint.
Well, no, I am painting it.
No
She's
paint.
going to paint it.
No paint on a cop car.
She's going to paint it.
There's a new sheriff in town. Okay? I'm painting it a pink and black cop car, and I got a sheriff badge for the side of it. I got it all decked out. Trust me, it's going to look awesome. But this year I'm trying out these cool spacers that I got also from GT Derby Products, which is Pimp Products' friend. And they're 2-inch spacers, and it says you could have them in the rules. I've never ran them before, but I put them in the front. And to get them to go through the ball joint, I had to get the excavator out and like push it down because like it was impossible. But once we did that, it was fine, and everything's holding together good. So those are cool. I got those. I've never ran them. We'll see how they work. And I got some little small tires, 14-inch wheel tires, to go on the fronts. I've never done it like that. I usually run the big skier tire from like, back in the day. But I see like the Barras and stuff out here, they run the small tires in the front of their cars. So I'm going to try it with the spacers.
So here's my question for you. Is this Demo 2, is this the first time that you're going to actually get to be with your dad on the same track, the same class at the same time?
Yeah, I've never driven with my dad before, and he hasn't driven in maybe like, I want to say like 6 or 7 years, but he said this is his last one, and he shouldn't be getting in a car anyway, but this is his last one, and this is our only show that we'll ever do together, yeah.
But if you're going to go out, you might as well go out with your little girl.
Right, and we're not like, it's not a team show, so like people might confuse that, but I paid like for the friend or foe thing, so we won't get put in the same heats, but we'll be in the feature together. But if it comes down to me and him, I don't know what's gonna happen, because he wants to win, but I want to win. So
that's when you just tell him, Dad, I'm sorry, I'm junking your shit.
I don't know, because we'll see,
I bet it's like riding a bike. I bet he's pretty hard to hold.
Yep.
He drives so good. I'm not just saying that because that's my dad. I'm telling you, when I saw him drive, like maybe like 5 or 6 years ago or 7, whatever it was, whenever he drove, he just like is real smooth with it. Just like reverse drive. Like I feel like I'm flinging around the whole entire car. Like he's just like real smooth with it. He doesn't stop. He just keeps going. He does not stop.
Well, it's called age like fine wine, dear.
Yeah, I know. What the heck? So I hope he does good, and I hope he has fun, really. And I got him shirts we're getting made. He doesn't know about them yet, but he's getting shirts made because he always wanted the shirt with his car on it. They never did that back in the day, so.
No, back in the day, they'd take some Sharpie, and they would draw a number on the back of a white T-shirt, and that's what they would rock at all the fairgrounds.
Yeah, my first derby, we made T-shirts out of like T-shirt paint. I still have it, so yeah, we never had fancy stuff like now.
No, that's what I don't know if I even told Derek, but we're the ones that hooked him up with the door wraps.
Oh yeah, yep, he got his door wraps. He's all excited about that.
I saw it.
Oh, did you?
I saw it on Facebook. Yeah. See, sometimes he doesn't tell me shit, and sometimes I got to figure it out the more difficult way. I guess I would say that, but
okay, but it makes sense.
It's called support.
Yeah, it makes sense. We're kind of like, we're like that. Fingers.
Okay, so let's get into some very fast-paced Facebook group that was launched just a while ago.
Okay.
Derby Girls.
Okay.
Where did you guys come up with this? Because I know it was you and Callie and I think Melanie and Brooke and all of you. Y'all just got together and said, here, let's make a Facebook page and go with it?
Yeah, so Ann Rylan, she's a part of it too, but Rylan Tincher. And then, yeah, okay, because I was a little scared to talk about it because we didn't want people to know that we were running the page, but it's okay. I'm just going to tell them that like you already knew. But okay, but I don't really do that much on it. I'm going to be completely real. I give my advice and my creative ideas, and also K2 Graphics, she's on there, and we all have a little different part in it. The main ones that post would be Brooke. Brooke and Melanie are really good with highlighting drivers that are driving today or like tomorrow. You know, they always will give like a woman a spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
And Callie Ann, she's good at her little memes, you know. and yeah, we all kind of play a little role in it, and it's working out pretty good.
What we've seen with that page is it did not take any time for it to blow up.
Yeah, we pushed it really hard. It was, yeah, it became really popular. So.
And, I mean, it's not just that page, I guess, because I try to jump on you live, you know, whenever I've got a minute or whatever. And it's crazy. Like, the amount of people that are in there and watching and the likes and the input and stuff. It's just, we've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. Social media is the future.
It's a tool.
It's keeping Demolition Derby alive.
Oh, yes, 100%. It does wonders for the relevance of the sport.
Right. It has done so much for the sport because, like, think about if people didn't have social media. If that wasn't like a thing, honestly, I feel like it probably would die out a lot because I don't know.
I mean, we talked to Tyson Shelley in Utah. Yeah. We talked to Jason Kinman, Mr. Derby Freaks. We talked to Will Steinbeck, and that's three guys who do a lot of the TikTok and the YouTube and the Facebook Live stuff showing different build processes. And you guys now are starting to do the same thing on the female side. So I think that's why the females are really getting a lot more respect than they used to, because it used to always just be around here, you know, they got a powder puff derby. You can get in your old man shit and come finish it off. Nuh-uh.
Not no more.
No, not no more. Y'all are legit going against dudes, and you don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, pretty much, period.
Because I ain't right sure if Melanie Reed wouldn't junk Steven Sickles shit.
Yeah.
And they're together.
Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty tough. She's a tough girl.
I mean, but we've talked about it, and you and I have talked about it, T. Like, women are popping up in the sport everywhere, and they don't want their own class.
Not really. It doesn't really bother me as much as it does most girls. I don't really care. I'm just trying to drive. But, yeah. I think as far as, like, the respecting, I will say that, it only goes so far. I feel like I get disrespected quite a bit, but it's okay. I don't, it's whatever. But I feel like a lot of men get more like shout outs and acknowledgement and recognition before they would a girl. I know like a lot of younger boys would get a sponsorship on a team over a little girl who barely knows how to drive and like stuff like that. And also, I don't know. I could just see it.
I don't disagree with you, but we've got girls out there. We've got some friends from Cali. That little chick will flat junk a boy.
Don't give two shits. She junk her dad.
Yeah, we've got Roxy.
Yeah. We got Roxy, and we watched her junk every dude on the track.
We watched the boys running from her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that same boy that was running from her when we were there just won with his Uncle Zeb at the team show in Hurricane, Utah last month.
That's what I'm saying. So yes, I agree. The respect of just being a female only goes so far, but whenever they're going out there and proving it, standing on business 100%, that's where the rest of it's coming from. And honestly, I think that's kind of where everybody's respect is finally reached, is whenever they've proved that they're worthy of doing it, not just because, I didn't deserve to be at Bristol just because I was Steven Adams and we've got a podcast.
Right.
I deserve to be there because I showed up and we ran down to whatever spot, and I think that's where the respect that factor comes from.
Yeah, definitely. I'm working just as hard as they are, so if not a little harder because I'm a little small. But
you're a little small. You're like 87 fucking pounds, dripping wet.
We watched on the live her struggle, like riding the struggle bus, getting some bolts
I don't
loose.
give up, okay? I don't give up. I keep going. I'm like, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done.
I mean, we're talking the whole tee off the ground with feet against the frame rail.
Hey, T, I don't know if it's the same thing in Indiana, but you can got this thing called a torch, and that bolt can't fuck with you when it's liquid.
Trust me, I already know. I use the torch on a daily. I use the torch for everything, or the plasma cutter. I love the torch and the plasma cutter. It's my favorite tools.
All right, girlie, so after Demo 2, what's next on the chopping block for the year? Just local stuff, or are you maybe looking into 26 doing some crazy shit?
So I'm going to do some local stuff. I will bring up that I'm a little nervous to go back to my local show after running some bigger shows, because I feel like the people that are local to me, I feel like their attitude towards me is going to be different. Like, I don't know.
Kind of like you got a target on your back?
I always have felt like that. But, yes, I'm going to feel like that even more. I feel like it's always like whoever knocks me out first, they think that it's like a prize. Like, they'll be like, yeah, I got her out first. Or, like, what? That's crazy. We're just all they'll all team on me.
Well, that's in the words of Steven Adams. That's when you say, get some pussy.
Like, literally, they're all going to just want to take me out, and then I got all these nice new parts and stuff. I just feel like people are going to be very envious, and I'm not trying to have I don't want no smoke.
Well, if they do that to you, I mean, you can make a phone call. We will load some cars up.
Because I'll be asking for parts around here, and I know these people got them, and they're just saying no, or they just won't respond and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, you guys just want to be haters.
I seen your post the other day looking for some 14s, and she ended up ordering 14s off the internet.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I know someone around here's got them. They're just hiding them from me. They don't want me to have them. So that's fine. I'll go buy them myself. I'll just go on Jegs. That's what I did.
You mean some 14-inch Mazdas with some 23 850 14s?
She ended up buying them off of Jegs.
Oh.
Steelies. Chrome
Really?
Steelies. Yes, sir.
Really?
Okay, well, yeah.
Jegs is selling derby wheels now.
No, these are they're racing.
Off a Mustang.
Okay.
Yeah,
they're called Bassett racing wheels. It's because Mustang lug pattern is same as Crown Bag.
Bassett are some stout-ass wheels. Ran them for years on race cars.
Yeah. Whenever she sent me, she's like, I ordered these. I was like, yeah, deal. That'll work.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I had to do what I had to do.
Well, T, we know that you are in the shop, and we're taking up precious build time, so we will let you get back at it.
All right. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, we appreciate you getting on, and
on you.
We will get at you after Demo 2.
Okay, but listen, I'm gonna be a winner at Demo 2. I just wanted you to know that.
Just putting it out for the world to know.
Right there. You heard it here first.
I'm standing on business. Nothing is getting me out that's gonna be my fault that day. Nothing.
Well, we want to wish you all the luck, and we will definitely be cheering for you.
All right, cool. I'll see you guys later.
Make some junk, girlie.
Thanks, T.
All right. Bye.
DerbyNation.tv is your one-stop shop for your Demolition Derby pay-per-view needs. With a schedule like no other, you can catch all the shows you want to watch at the touch of a button from the comfort of your living room without leaving your house. But pay-per-view derbies aren't the only thing that they can get you. You can also carry a monthly subscription to watch the ever-growing Derby Builds, where you get all the behind-the-scenes action on different build processes with the Derby Builds team, including team show cars and even some national-level youth builds.
And if you can't make it to that big show in person, go ahead, host that shop watch party, and let DerbyNation.tv bring excitement of Demolition Derby action straight to your shop live on your TV.
She's so small, but so ferocious at the same time.
Yeah.
And guys, if you've never seen her TikToks or seen her on Facebook, she is little.
Yeah.
Little, like lish little.
Yeah.
And she just said it. She plans on winning demo too.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's her hopes and her dreams, and I hope she fulfills them.
I guarantee you she's not scared to do it.
Correct. Yeah. Without a doubt. Oh.
Yeah.
Pimp Products. Whoever you are, reach out, bro.
Yeah. Hook her up.
Yeah, hooked her up with everything she needs, minus the shit that it takes to put in the parts that he gave her.
Yeah.
That's cool. That is cool. Dudes, we got Salisbury this coming weekend.
Yep.
We've already talked about Demo 2. Dudes, Border Wars.
Is upon us.
Adele, Iowa. In 2 weeks. The last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of May. So it is the weekend after Memorial Day. Everybody should be off on a Monday. Work Tuesday, Wednesday. Leave Thursday morning, come home Sunday. That is the plan. JM Race Engines delivered to the youth raffle car.
Did you see that JM paired with that GHE?
Yes. In that raffle car that some kid is going to take home for their own personal use. And Dad, if you're listening right now, if you take that kid's car and I find out, I'm punching you right in your fucking dick.
Uh-huh.
Twice.
Twiceies.
I'll hit him first. Steven will come with the back end of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because that's that kid.
Yeah.
I don't care if you bought that fucking raffle ticket or not. Or you... No.
Yeah.
No. Probably $18,000, $20,000 car.
There is $15K set. There's $15,000 of hard cash sitting on the floor of that shop when we got that.
Well, and that was before the motor was there. That's just, and then that's not counting the prizes, the raffle stuff that these kids are going to take home after they get done running.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I think there was another shifters and pedals and wheels and tires.
You said 2 weeks to Border Wars.
From this drops. 2 weeks from the day this drops, we will be in Adele, Iowa.
Oh, man.
Border Wars 2025.
Man, that gives me plenty of time to pull that car down.
I always said if you're going to go, you might as well just have something with it. What the hell?
Either that or I guess I could send it with Seth.
Well, Seth was leaving that Thursday morning.
That's what I'm saying.
So, dudes, we're not done. We're not done yet. We have a laundry list of guys that we're talking to, from Wisconsin to Utah to Illinois. We will fill you guys in as great as we can. We just sit on JM Race Engines. That piece is in the car, ready to go. Hit him up for all your
I'm kind of anxious
Engine
this, this season kind of kicking off. Like it's kicked off. Like,
Yeah.
we're rolling.
yeah.
There are quite a few JM race engines floating around out there.
Small block Chevrolet, some LS stuff,
Yeah.
LS on meth.
Yeah.
You get an LS on meth that's tuned right, better look the fuck out because they're rolling.
Yeah. I mean, I think Dino has proved time and time again that an LS will carry you to a mad dog.
Oh, yes.
His car are usually sad dogs, but
But
Dino mad dogs.
he junked that bitch at Lebanon.
Oh,
I
dude.
mean, jumped.
But did you see him
The
hit?
speed.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. We said it the other day that now the cars are going so much faster. There's so much more horsepower. The impacts are so much
Dude,
more
he was
violent.
running mock Jesus.
When he parked in that old boy's pillar.
And then poor little Five was a victim of circumstance.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
That was a chain reaction deal.
Boom, boom, boom. On the wall.
Yeah, in the gate.
Damn it. But,
I mean, I've been there.
guys, I'm going to tell you, we just got a shipment of Triple B's tees.
Yeah.
Just hit yesterday. Haven't even opened the box yet. We're going to have
Box
those.
is heavy.
Box is pretty fucking heavy. We are going to be selling those
Yeah.
along with these badass outdoor cap hats that we have we had last year. Not sure if they're will be at Salisbury, but they will for sure be at Border Wars. We have talked about this. Get with us with the price of the shirts.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that $30 shirt.
No, we're not doing that.
It's going to be hooking you up a little bit better than that. Now the hats, those are $25.
Yeah. I mean,
Because our cost,
that's
our cost
where we're
went
at
up.
with it.
yeah. So Triple B's for all your T-shirt and your hoodies.
Broadhead decals.
Broadhead Decals is going to be rocking in some Illinois on some little chaos action shortly down the road.
Yep. I think we're gonna have some broadhead decals on a Minnesota mini car.
Minnesota.
Yeah, Kellyanne. She's
Minnesota.
running a little team show action.
Yes, she is.
Dude,
Dude, I want to get up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to this summer.
Son of a bitch. I know it's a long drive,
It
but
is.
I want to go up. I love Minnesota. I really do.
I'm a fat boy. I like colder weather.
Yeah, it's not hot. Everybody's like, oh, it's hot. And I was like, no. Come 7 hours south and then tell me if you're fucking hot.
I did catch a few stray snaps this week from one of our friends up north that runs some trucks.
I don't know if you answered him, but I did answer him.
I did.
I was like, not even a little bit. I don't know. He said something about us doing a knitting podcast or some shit.
He said he's going to sign up for one because of the hatred towards the turnouts. And Jake, my friend, I will stand on it. They are fucking annoying.
Turnouts are better than 4 in a rows. I understand that, but it's still they're very distinctive. I'm not gonna lie.
They definitely show what sexuality you are.
I ain't even going there, bro. I'm not even gonna go there. Nope.
I'm gonna have somebody make a little set of flares for the turnouts.
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna get with Justin and have him make a set of turnouts with an X through them for stickers.
Well, we could do that. I mean, we're just trying to save the environment or our hearing.
Our hearing, yes. So,
And I don't know if you, the listeners, have heard turnouts inside. It's bad.
well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Get on DerbyNation.tv and go to history. Punch up Border Wars 2024. Colton Newhofflin, you can hear him across the fucking county because he had turnouts. Did his motor scream? Yes, it did. But it is so distinctive, and I think that's why these guys like Jake, and it's got so much distinction, it kind of sets you apart from everybody else, no matter.
Yeah, so does a rainbow T-shirt.
Oh, we're going to so fucking get in trouble. Still got All For Him Racing. Go check that shit out. Subscribe on YouTube. Watch all the videos.
Yeah, and he keeps the turnouts to a minimum.
Yes, he does. DerbyNation.tv. Guys, Border Wars. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The last week of May. Derby Nation will be all up in it.
And they will pan away from the turnouts.
I'm going to text Steve to see if they can maybe have Luke or one of them turn the camera a little bit.
Jake, you're just feeling the fire, buddy. You just feel the fire.
Well, brother, let's go play with some trucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can turn those transmission out as duly.
Got any last words?
Nope.
Make junk, boys.